Okay, so first and foremost, before I even get started, I just want to let y'all know that I am in no shape or form any kind of doctor, no psychiatrist, no none of that. I'm not on here trying to pose to be one. I'm a singer and a songwriter, and that's about it. Anything that I do say on here about narcissism is based off of my personal experiences and my personal experiences only. What I have encountered, what I have dealt with from either family members, friends, ex-relationships, and things like that. That is about it, okay? I am not trying to act like no doctor, ain't trying to diagnose nobody, none of that, all right? So what I wanted to get up into today, because, and my past video, I was talking about the overt and the covert narcissist, and then I also talked about what are the similarities and if there were any differences or anything. But in this video, I want to talk about their fantasies or their delusions, and I'm gonna leave that question open for y'all. Maybe y'all can help me try to figure out, is it fantasy or is it delusion? Because for me, I feel like it starts out as a fantasy, but they get so obsessed with that fantasy that they try to make it, into with strong conviction, they try to make it reality. And when it don't pan out the way that they wanted it to, now it's like they obsessed with it, and it makes them look delusional. But that's just my personal opinion. That don't mean that that's it. That is what it is. Maybe a doctor or a psychiatrist or whoever, somebody who has more experience in this, who is listening to what I'm saying, can understand what it is that I'm saying. And excuse me, y'all, I am at a park. They're having a little game over here, whatever. So I do apologize for any kind of noise or anybody that y'all see walking in the background. So I apologize about that. Okay, but I wanted to bring to y'all attention the reason why I said fantasies or delusions is because, all right, so I know somebody in the past that I was involved with, and it's like, so he was in a band and he was doing he was singing in these bars with, the band. But when I came along, he told me that he started it. Now, everybody else before me, friends and people in other relationships before me, they know better than that. They knew that that was a load of crap. But because I was coming along, I didn't know no better. He said that he started all of that, and before, when he looked up, everybody was doing what he was doing. And he kept saying it to the point where it was like, oh, well, like, everybody want to be like him. Everybody want to be like him. They want to do it just like him. They'll study what it is that he's doing, and they'll execute and do it the same exact way how he's doing it. And I'm looking at it with like, no, that's not necessarily true. I mean, everybody got their own flavor. Next thing you know, this person pops up, he's a singer, just because he wears his hair or his clothes a certain kind of way. Oh, well, this dude trying to act like me, this dude trying to be like me, and things like that. And I'm like, I don't really think so, but whatever. And another thing was how he was saying how, he tried his luck with a record label or whatever, and he was telling me how he didn't get accepted to the record label because they told him that he sounded too much like Gerald Levert. And I was sitting up there looking flabbergasted for a minute, because I was like, well, dang, this dude don't sound nothing like no Gerald Levert to me, at all. But I do know that Gerald Levert was one of his favorite singers. It was like his idol, just like how Aretha Franklin is my idol. I absolutely idolize a lot of big singers like her, but I'm realistic with it. I don't go around saying that, oh, well, I went to go try out with this record label, but they said I sound too much like Aretha Franklin. Since we already had her, I gotta figure out my sound. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just feel like, is it a fantasy or a delusion? Because when they say it with such strong conviction, it really makes you believe that that's honestly what they believe. That is their strong belief. So that's why I say I'm leaving it as an open question, because it's like, is it a fantasy or is it a delusion? For me, it starts out as a fantasy, but when they see that it ain't pan out the way that they wanted it to, they become obsessive over it. But then now they're delusional because they wanted this so bad to the point where now that's all they had in their head. I don't know. I'm hoping that y'all understand what it is that I'm trying to say, because it just looked like, it sounds like it sounds like it could be a delusions, but it starts out as a fantasy. We all have fantasies. I want to be a millionaire, driving around in a Lexus and a Range Rover in a 4-bedroom house in Beverly Hills. But let's just be realistic. Yeah, I could get that life, but I will get that life when I get that life. You got to get out of that bubble. It's something called reality, you know what I'm saying? And it just don't be like that for everybody. It be like that for some, but it don't be like that for everybody, you know what I mean? I have a lot of dreams and aspirations that I want to do. You know, I live my dreams. Like I say, I'm a singer and a songwriter, so I sing and I write songs and things like that. I'm in a band as well, so I do what it is that I do when it comes down to, you know, the music and things like that. I can't let that part of my life go, because it's a passion of mine and I feel real strong about it. But at the end of the day, you got to be real. You hear what I'm saying? So I wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. Like, I just feel like everybody being jealous of them, or, you know, oh, they sound too much like this individual. Like, they're just so sure and so full of themselves that it makes me question, where is the reality with this individual? Like, do you really see that you're trying to live in a fantasy, but it's not real? Like, maybe y'all can help me understand that. I would like to keep that as an open question. Are their fantasies delusions, like, or does it eventually become delusions? Because that's pretty much what it sounds like to me. So y'all let me know what the deal is, and I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, because they starting to make all this doggone noise coming over him playing in his park and stuff. You growing behind kids, you better go and head on now. All right, bye.